The MIT faculty open access policy started with a directive from the chair of the faculty to set up a committee to investigate the way the digital world is evolving in terms of scholarly publishing, whether that really is still serving the needs of the faculty or the needs of MIT, or in fact the progress of scholarship.
Journal subscription prices have been going up way, way above the rate of inflation for a number of years. So it's really only people working in universities with access to university libraries, and in particular with access to wealthy Western university libraries, that can get that array of stuff.
As the content has become increasingly in digital formats, we are finding that instead of being able to purchase material as we historically did, we are now renting access.
With the digital publication of journals, if we are not able to continue the commitment to buy that content, we lose access to that content. Unlike when you canceled a journal in the old days, you don't have the back run in the basement necessarily anymore.
You can digitally prevent someone from lending someone a copy of a paper, or prevent your students from using it in class, or prevent you even excerpting it and giving pieces to a colleague. And there's a real question about whether that's the right evolution.
So what we did some years ago was pass a resolution that, except in the cases where copyright issues actually prevented us doing so, we would publish all of our articles on the web, and we would do it via the university library. What it'll mean is that all of that research will suddenly become available to the world community rather than being restricted to those libraries that can afford to do it.
An institution has an incentive to have its faculty's research widely diffused. That's how the reputation of an institution is in part judged.
Most faculty want the widest knowledge of their work. They want citation rates to go up, and open access clearly has higher citation rates.
Social welfare is increased. More academics can get access to what their faculty write at a lower cost.
The university library has a database, DSpace, which will take everything that every faculty member publishes and make that freely available.
A quarter of all the papers that have been published at MIT since we passed this policy have actually been deposited to DSpace. 18,000 of these papers are downloaded every month. I was on the original committee at MIT to look at this open access policy. The more we looked at it, the better idea we thought it was. There were minor concerns raised, things like for people who were still not tenured, how would this affect them if they didn't publish in journals that wouldn't allow this? So we built into the policy what we called an opt-out provision, which allowed any faculty member to contact the library and say, I want to opt out of the policy for this paper. And that's a very useful escape hatch to have. I think the policy as a whole also had one very beneficial result, which is that now MIT as a whole can work with that journal and do the negotiating for us. MIT as an institution has a whole lot more clout than I as an individual scholar have.
So the MIT faculty open access policy is a statement by the MIT faculty that their mission to further scholarship is best served if their work is made as openly available as possible. It's a statement by one of the world's leading research institutions about its place in actually the future of scholarship.
The purpose of our research, the reason we do research, is to disseminate it, not to hide it.
We're entering an era where openness is really driving out closed. Open is better for the people generating the information, it's better for the speed of innovation, and it's better for the recipient of innovation.
We're in the business of creating knowledge and of diffusing that knowledge as widely and as carefully as we can, and this seems to me to be the ideal way to let the fruits of our work and our colleagues' work be dispersed.